Hey y'all, Nico here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. I'm Nico. Today's video is day 1 of our body, mind, and soul challenge. So we're going to ease into the challenge with this welcome warm-up. And if you're newer to yoga, this will be a great session for you to start with. So let's go ahead and bring ourselves into a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. You can be seated cross-legged like me, or your legs can be extended forward. Again, whatever feels good. If you would like to sit in easy pose and you find it a little bit difficult to get your knees to relax and your back to straighten, sit on a couple of pillows or sit on a yoga block or maybe a rolled up blanket, and that'll just help open up your hips a little bit. And so we're going to start with some breath, so make sure you're sitting nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. You can close your eyes or lower your gaze to the floor. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale softly at the mouth. Take another deep inhale through the nose. Exhale softly at the mouth. One more deep inhale through the nose. And exhale softly at the mouth. And then just come back to your natural breath, your natural breathing rhythm. Releasing any control over the breath. We're just spending a couple moments here preparing our minds and our bodies for this practice, for this challenge. That'll do nothing but benefit us. Bringing our body, mind, and soul in sync. And they can all work together to create a better you. On our next inhale, let's gently start rotating our head to the right. And I want you to move with your breath. So as your head falls back, inhale. And as your chin comes forward, exhale. Good. Let's do a couple more times. To the right. Let's switch directions and move to the left. Same thing, moving your head in a circle. Inhale back and exhale forward. Drawing a circle with your chin. Good. A couple more times to the left. And we'll bring our head back to a neutral position. Take your right hand, let it rest on the ground beside you, and we'll drop left ear to left shoulder. You can stay just like this, or maybe you want to deepen your stretch by bending your arm behind your back. That's optional. Remember, you always have options here to stay where you are or to move a little bit deeper. There's no pressure to do either one. It's your choice. Inhale. Exhale, release. Bring the head back to neutral. Left hand comes down to the ground beside us. And we'll drop our right ear to our right shoulder. Staying here, or you can bend that left arm behind your back. Release the left arm. Let's sweep both arms up. Inhale. Interlace your fingers up above you. Flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Press the palms away. Reaching up, breathing up. Exhale, release the hands. Start to twist to your right. Bringing the left hand outside of the right knee. Right fingertips can rest behind you. Looking over to the right, or maybe you want to deepen your stretch and you look towards the right shoulder. Whatever feels best. Make sure you're maintaining that long spine, sitting nice and tall. Let's take an inhale, come to center. Interlace the fingers, press the palms away again, reaching up, breathing up. Exhale, twist to the left. Same thing on this side, right hand outside of left knee. Left fingertips rest behind you. Looking over to the left, or maybe you look towards this left shoulder. Take an inhale, come back to center. Interlace those fingers, press the palms away again. Exhale, release the hands to heart center. So just bring in your hands into prayer in front of the heart. Inhale. Exhale, let the hands press into each other and lower down towards your hips. Getting a stretch inside of the wrists and in the fingers. Take an inhale. Exhale, release the hands. We're going to come up to hands and knees in a table position. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And we're going to work into cat-cow. Cat-cow is also known as Marjariyasana and Bidalasana. So when you hear me say these words that end with asana, that's just the Sanskrit term for the pose, the original term. And asana means pose. So we're going to work into Marjariyasana and Bidalasana. So start to flip your tailbone upward and arch your spine. Lift your chin here. Drop the belly down. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Bring the chin to the chest, tuck the tailbone under. Good. Inhale, come back to that first position. Arch the spine. Press the tailbone away. Lift the chin. Inhale. Exhale, back to the second position. Back to cat. Tuck the tailbone under. Chin comes to the chest. And we'll move in and out of these two positions at our own pace with our breath. So as you lift the chin and arch the spine, inhale. And as you round the spine and drop the chin down, exhale. Good. Let's do one more round of cat-cow. Bring your spine back to a neutral position, just coming back to regular table pose. And we'll just rock back and forth a little bit over the wrists. Giving them a stretch here. If your wrists are painful, sometimes you can rest your hands on blocks. You can also make fists if you need to when we're in these poses where we're kind of bearing our weight on our wrists. But if anything ever feels wrong or too painful, then just back out of the pose and rest. It's always okay to take a rest. There's no need in pushing ourselves to the point of pain because it doesn't help anything. Good. Come back to stillness. Let's bring our big toes together, knees wide, and start to float your hips back towards your heels for Balasana, also known as child's pose. Extend the arms forward, melt the chest down towards the mat, and let your forehead or your chin rest on the mat. If your hips are up high and lifted, that's totally fine. You can also bring a couple of pillows underneath your hips or a rolled up blanket or a block if you need a little bit more room back there. Child's pose is a great resting pose. If there's a pose that doesn't feel good for your body or you need a rest, you can always come down to Balasana, child's pose. Now let's take an inhale in our child's pose, Balasana. Exhale, float your body forward, come back to a table position. We're going to tuck our toes under and lift our hips up and back for a down dog, also known as Adho Mukha Svanasana. So tuck your toes under, start to lift your hips. If you feel like you're not quite ready for down dog, stay down on your knees and extend your arms forward for puppy pose. This is a great modification if you ever need to modify your down dog. And when our down dog, we want to press our heels towards the ground and we want to keep our spine long. So we want to have a nice flat back. So sometimes people are pushing their heels down and their back is rounded. It's okay to bend your knees and press through your arms. Your heels don't have to reach all the way towards the ground, all the way to the ground. We just want to push them towards the ground. So if you need to bend your knees to let your back be more flat, then do that for sure. And we'll just shift our weight from one side to the other a little bit. You can inhale in Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Exhale, lower the knees down to the ground, coming back to a table position. From here, take your right foot and step it up outside of your right hand. Good. Now start to kind of shift your weight forward. You might need to scoot the left knee back a little bit. Want to align our right knee over our ankle here and lift through the chest. So bring the chin parallel to the ground. You'll feel a good stretch in this groin area. In our lizard pose, Utthana Pristhasana. And feel free to find a little bit of movement here if you like, moving around in a circle, or side to side, or back and forth. There's always room for a little bit of movement and play in our practice. Everything doesn't have to be static. We'll take an inhale. Exhale, right leg steps back. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Left foot steps up outside of the left hand. Lower the hips, open the chest here. Might need to scoot that right knee back an inch or two. Chin parallel to the floor. And feel free to find some movement. Take an inhale. Exhale, left leg steps back. Let's make our way to a seated position. However you get there is fine. I like to cross my ankles behind me and then extend my legs forward. So extend your legs forward. Let the legs be close together. Flex the toes back towards your face. We'll sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to start to hinge forward. And let the hands just fall down wherever feels best. So they can rest down on your legs, or you can even grab the toes. So make sure you're bending from the hips and not the waist. So we don't want to round here in this one. Not for this version. We want to keep our spine nice and long and bending right here at the hips. Good. So our seated forward bend, our Paschimottanasana. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll back up to a seated position. Just taking a moment here. Maybe shaking the legs out a bit. And then we'll gently make our way down to our back. So go ahead and bend both knees, bringing the feet flat on the ground. Scoot the hips close to the heels. And float down to your back, or however you can get there safely and comfortably. And once you get there, let's hug our knees into our chest, rocking side to side a bit here. Letting our lower back get a massage. Good. Now from here, release the arms out wide on either side of your body and bring your knees over your hips at a 90-degree angle. And we'll let both knees fall over to the right for this supine twist, this version of Supta Matsyendrasana. You can even rest the right hand outside of the left leg. Now, for some people, your shoulder may be coming off the ground or your knees might not reach all the way to the ground. Feel free to put a pillow underneath your shoulder or underneath your knees if you need to. Just do the best you can. Don't worry if your pose doesn't look exactly like mine. It's not necessarily supposed to. We all have different bodies. Take an inhale. Exhale. Bring the knees back over the hips, both arms back out wide, and then we'll let both knees fall over to the left. Same thing here. You can just stay looking up towards the ceiling for this one. Maybe you rest the right leg outside, the right hand outside of or the left hand rather, outside of the right leg. Whichever hand this is. Sometimes I get a little mixed up, but that's okay. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest one last time. We're going to squeeze our body into a little ball. So hug your knees in, bring your nose up towards your knees. Inhale, hold. Exhale, release to Shavasana or corpse pose. Just letting your feet reach towards the bottom corners of your mat. Your arms rest at your sides, palms facing upward. And this is our final resting pose that just helps to bring our practice full circle. This is our moment to relax. So take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Take another deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. And come back to your natural breath. Bringing your attention to the breath. And trying to let go of any other outside thoughts. Focusing in on the rise and the fall of the chest and belly. The path, the warmth, the coolness. The relaxing effects of the breath. Spending a few more moments here. If any outside thoughts start to come in, just come back to the breath. And inhale. Exhale, start to wiggle your fingers and toes, coming back into the body, back into the room. And when you're ready, roll over onto your favorite side, using your arm as a pillow. Just taking a quick moment here to reflect on our practice and to extend some gratitude towards ourselves for practicing some self-care and self-love today. And then when you're ready, we'll make our way up to a comfortable seated position again. And all together, we'll sweep the arms up overhead, let the hands meet. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. I usually end my class with one word. This word symbolizes the light in me honoring the light in you. And usually you repeat it back to me after I say it to you. So I'll end this class with a namaste. Okay, yogis, thank you so much for joining me for day 1 of our body, mind, and soul yoga challenge. 30 days of yoga transformation is the journey we are embarking on. So let me know how you enjoyed day 1. Make sure you're bringing in your friends and your family. Check out the links down in my description box about purchasing Black Yogi Nico Marie merch. There's also a link on how to join my channel as a member, as well as a link for my DJ channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Peace and love.